It's here. The real anniversary unit is finally here. Only took them about 12 days till they actually give this to us, but this is a support for none that we need. Not really what we expected. We were expecting a Kizuna for a nun, but that's not what we're getting. We're getting a duo slash, wait, they're not called duos anymore. Shinobi Collection finally gave them a name. So the duo units that we have now and units in the future that will have a formation is officially called Shinobi Enbu, which can translate to dance performance, but we're not really going to call them that because it's really a weird name, and if you use the initial DP, that's kind of sus. So we have the Enbu units here, and the very first one that has that name is Enbu Kaguya, which is a nun support, a nun formation unit. Can't call them a duo anymore because technically this is not a duo, but it can be because if you think about it, it's Kaguya and the Ten Tails. But I'm not really gonna call them a duo anymore. If Gree's gonna call them Enbu, I'm gonna call them Enbu. So let's get into this info, and it's very strong. This unit is probably the best character in the game now, and none needs it, none got it. They're one piece away from becoming that tier 0 team, but as of now, they're probably on par with Konoha team. They're better than Akatsuki, I want to say, because this duo was insane. So no more delays. Let's go over what she does. So Kaguya Suzuki, Goddess of the Lost World. Her skill 1 is Ame no Minaka, Raining Revenge of Ash Destruction. It's unique, it's fast, chakra cost is 100, and it deals 3% plus 2 million to all enemy. Inflicts, remove and immune the positive, special, and god state. That's to all enemies. It doesn't say how many turns that is, so that's probably around 4 turns, which is pretty good. 4 turns of the enemy that just can't have any positive special state or god state. We like that. Deal 5 additional attacks, dealing 1 million to a random enemy. Not bad, and it's always hit. And her formation is true Ame no Minaka. In the second stage, what it starts with, terrains can't be deployed. That counters Akatsuki and pretty much everyone, but mainly Akatsuki. That means that if you attack GK Itachi, that terrain is not going up anymore. You don't have to worry about the damage cut, you don't have to worry about the seal. That's really stupid. So this part is nice. It prevents you from putting your terrains up as well, but just don't bother with them. There's not really a unit right now that's just like, I must have my terrain up, so you're okay not having that, which is perfectly fine. And then the other part is the usual high chance to disable first strike, instant cast, and instant action. Very strong as always. That's usually the main reason why we go on a formation. And then high chance to disable action until the next turn for the enemy. That's so good. That just means that every single turn they don't have it. They gotta wait 2 turns just to get 1. And that's so stupid. And it doesn't seem like, yeah, that's a generic debuff. That's not gonna be counted as a debuff. That's not gonna be counted as a status effect. Definitely not a state. That might just be its own thing, its own effect, like illusion or like this effect. So that's so strong. And then for non-allies, high chance to grant an extra turn. Amazing. One of the best mechanics in the game. And speed plus 500%. That second stage is godly. That second stage alone, it makes her the best formation in the game. Not even close. It's stupid. And then the third stage is enemy cast speed -1 per turn, max 5. So now you got -5 from her, -5 from Madara. Stupid. Non-allies cast speed is set to flash. Amazing. And a high chance to grant instant action when attacked. Okay, pretty much everyone has that, but there's nothing wrong with it. And that's on the third stage, which if you reach third stage, you get an extra buff, but you don't really need to reach third stage because second stage is good enough. And then her skill 2, Ten Tails, Violent Rabbit, Crimson Lightning. That's what I was talking about earlier, where she's technically a duo with the Ten Tails. And it's unique, fastest, and then chakra loss is 100. It deals 2 million fixed damage to all enemies. Deal 4 additional attack, dealing 1 million. So that's pretty strong. Just a good AoE damage. You can never go wrong with AoE damage. And then you grant the God's Tree power to non-allies. And what that does is damage limit is set to the devil's number. Pretty good. That's less than 1 million, which is what usually the damage limits are. So it's gonna be very annoying. It's easy to remove, true, but not if the enemy can't move. So this is gonna stick if you just stop them from moving. And then the second part is the best thing about this, is chance to ignore resistance and skill dodge, and insta kill when using an attack skill, and it's always hit. This turns every non-unit into an insta killer. There's nothing wrong with that. It's amazing. And I want to see how this chance to ignore resistance means. Does this mean it bypass insta kill immunity? And if it does, then oh well. None is the best team in the game. As of right now, I think they're tied with 1, but they're not really ahead of. I can't really say who's ahead, especially in the 5v5 meta, since they don't have a Kizuna. So we'll see. And then her lead, she's the best leader in the game. Not even close. It's insane how good she is. So it's all skill damage plus 150%. Nice. 2 turns skill damage immediately. Nice. And grant remove and immune to negative special state and god state effect. That pretty much means you can't get debuff. Is this better than V11's first strike to every 5 village? Possibly. It really depends. But this is also very strong. It could be. Yeah. In none team, she's definitely your lead. So that's why I said like it's a really good lead. Because it's 2 turns. Usually this is 1 turn. But 2 turns is a lot. So her ability 1 is History of Hatred. Grant true Ame no Minaka formation at the start of battle and every turn. And we already talked about what that is. And high chance to grant instant action with attack. Pretty normal for Enbu unit. Can't call him a duo anymore. And ability 2, Origin of Power, Revive plus 3, basic but good. And insta cast skill 2 at the start of battle. So how PvP works usually. Only 1 formation is up. And it's usually yours. So you're gonna be casting skill 2 every turn unless you're stopped. Which means at the start of battle, you got damage limit already and you're already insta killing. And that's preemptive, and then you might kill someone who's not prepared. So that is stupid. And then she got 2 type advantage, which is blue and black. I gotta fix the tag to have it show Enbu. And another thing I usually don't talk about, I want to talk about today, is her base speed is 593. That's over 100 more than the fastest base speed in the game. And what's crazy about that is, I don't think this is gonna work, but she has her new gear. We just talk about the new gear for now. The stat gear is HP, attack, defense, speed, and skill damage plus 150%, cast speed plus 2. 150% speed. This one is HP regen plus 30%. When attacked, under the 30% regen, chakra cost minus 50%, and immune to debuff and status effect. Very good. Then the next one, she gets 3 new gears, which is just insane. Is Sharingan, Rinnegan, and the Rina Sharingan immunity. Then high chance to, I believe, remove positive special state effect. And then plus 150% dodge skill. Not bad. I don't know if you're probably not gonna use this one, to be fair. I don't think you will. But the reason why I'm saying before is because look at this one. Her chakra gear that we already have is 2 turns chakra 0, always good. After 3 turns, chakra cost minus 50%. So with this chakra gear and the additional gear, you already got 0 chakra cost. And then if there's a Konoha enemy, which there will be, unless you fight a mirror matchup, which you probably see a Konoha as well, because there's gonna be a Kizuna in there. She gets a bonus speed plus 150%. So that 2 gears alone is 300%. And then if you go up, her best gears in the past is this one, which is immune to fixed damage, and then speed plus 80%. So if we calculate that real quick, that's 380%, so 593 times 3.8. She's getting 2.2k speed from those 3 gears alone. Will put her speed in the 6k range. That's very fast. So That's just insane. So let's move over potential. Skip immunity, cancel immunity, 2 turns fixed damage. You're not picking this one because that's from my gear. And then speed plus 25% per turn, maxing at 300. I think you're gonna want skip or cancel for this one for sure. And then forbidden, illusion immunity for 2 turns. Speed plus 30% per non-allies. That's pretty good. Insta-kill immunity and chakra cost minus 50%. All very strong. So yeah. Do you want to summon for her? 100%. I think she's the real ANNI unit in this game. She's back. None is back. It's not even fair. Like, they're so good. Like, she got a good lead to prevent everyone from her team from getting debuffed, except for illusion. Best formation in the game. The remove positive specials. That's one thing none was missing, was the removal of states, and now they got one. Insta kill. Yeah, she's a must summon for. She's the best duo in the game. And if we go back, this Obito you don't care for, in my opinion. So you're not gonna run him because he's single target. You don't really care for a single target. Definitely running this Madara because this Madara is a little zoomed in, but whatever. But this Madara inflicts illusion at the start of battle and then sets their HP to 1. Just why? So stupid. Then he got Omni Protection. He has type advantage against everyone. He inflicts Paralyze, which ignores resistance, which we talk about in other videos about how ignoring resistance is very strong. So now you have 2 ways to disable them, which means your state is gonna stay if they can't attack. And he does pretty good damage. So there's one. And then where's the other ones? See, what other nuns do you want to run? Him. He insta kills. So he can target up to 3 people on his insta kill. And he's getting a free turn now, so he could just constantly spam this. And if you have him LP5, even better. So how many is that? You got the new Enbu, 1. You got the Madara that came out last month, 2. You got the birthday Obito, 3. You can have 1 more 90 cost. And if you want a nun 90 cost, whoever you have max potential works. If you have a max potential but you have someone else, that might work. If you have Izuna, that could work. I have this Indra max potential, so I'm gonna max him out and I'm gonna use him for sure. So that will be my team. And then you have a 0 cost Kizuna, which there isn't a none of. So I think you're gonna want to run Itachi because he's not a Konoha. You don't want to run these 2. Definitely not them 2. If you want to run them, then you'll have a Konoha in your team. So I think you want to definitely run Kizuna V2. So yeah, that's Kaguya, best character in the game. It's insane. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.